Welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are well. I'm feeling great. I was on a clean mission. I've been deep cleaning, really getting into the crevices, changing things around, even kind of updating certain things, and I'm just trying to get on top of my game. Like, I feel the fire has been lit. I feel the blockages have been removed. And what I realized today, I said to myself, I was like, nothing can stop me but me. And that's a whole different animal to conquer, okay? So it's not like, ooh, nobody's standing in my way. Yeah, now it's time to conquer the big boss, okay? But luckily, I've been here before. Luckily, I know exactly what to do, and it's all about getting into that routine, getting yourself, because humans are very ritualistic by nature. We're habit formers. And so sometimes it's hard to break a habit, and the best way you break a habit is to start a new one, okay? And like, I'm not talking about things that are unhealthy for you, but it's like, for example, if you're used to coming home and smoking after work every day, right? You're going to need to replace that action with something else, okay? So start a new habit. It doesn't, I'll even say is when I've been on and off my smoking journeys, is it's like sometimes just lighting the incense, lighting a candle, the Palo Santo, can kind of give you that motion. It can kind of be helpful for those of you who need to regulate your ganja use, okay? Uh, what's his face? He said, smoke weed every day, not all day, okay? One of my favorite homegirls, she be reminding us. It's like, every day, not all day, all right? So, light you up some Palo Santo, light you up an incense, and let's get that energy just moving and cleared out. First you need to clear it all out, get all the gunk out of the way, and then you want to continuously flow, okay? And so getting your mind clear, I really feel a sense of clarity is coming down on the collective, and almost like it was in your face the whole time, okay? Like, it was right there all along. The answer was right there all along. And that's because it was in you. It just was likely being blocked by your mindset. Obviously, it could be from people putting blockages in there, doing manipulation, witchcraft, and things of that nature, being all up in your ear. That's why it is essential to spend time alone, really be okay with a certain level of independence. Even if you are in a family unit, you can still maintain your independent thought, okay? No matter what. I mean, I don't know what the purpose in blindly following anyone would be, okay? I don't know. Because even if you guys want to agree and that you guys are together in a plan, perfectly okay to have your own thoughts independent, okay? So welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope that I have a message for, that this message reaches the right the right heads and the right hearts and those who have an ear to hear, okay? 2, yeah. So 2 of spades, 2 of swords, decision making. Okay, so yeah, I was just talking about having partnerships and trying to make decisions together. That can be kind of difficult. Yeah, it's going to give you this 5 of Pentacles energy, is having to make a decision. What is it? Compromising. It's not do not compromise on your dreams. Okay, you don't have to compromise on your dreams. I mean, I don't know. You probably feel like you do. You probably feel like, well, this is a marriage. I have to compromise. That's what relationships are all about. That's why we never should have been in these relationships. Okay? Most of these relationships should have been ended or never should have even began. Okay? Because they're holding you back from who you really are. So, you're going to have to make some hard choices. And I'm seeing that, like, a lot of people are fearing making decisions for themselves, whether that's to break up or it's just to say, hey, wife or husband, I am going to do this. This is the path I want to take. You know, so people are having a hard time making choices for themselves. It has a lot to do with money and collaboration and being dependent on others. And I have to say this as a solo parent, as a newly solo parent. I used to be a stay-at-home mom. Okay, had the husband, all that, right? What I can say is this, and you know, get your own. This is for men and women because there's plenty of men who cannot afford to live by themselves. Get your own. Stop making it a thing where it's like, oh, like you intend to collaborate with other people. Like, be in a position where, and be in a mindset where you intend to get your own regardless. Obviously, if circumstances work out, you have partnership, you have roommate, you have family units and things like that. Amen. Hallelujah. So happy for you. But your mindset needs to be that I'm going to take care of me, and especially if you have children, regardless. Okay? And that way, when it comes down to you wanting to make a choice that others may not agree with, you're willing to take that leap of faith away from people so that you can stay in alignment with the divine and your divine life purpose. Okay? All praises to the Most High Power. Yeah, and so you can become who you're meant to be, Queen of Pentacles. So you can go on and build that business, leave that legacy, nurture that project, okay? Don't let partnerships stand in the way, okay? What is that? Jack of Spades and Five of Spades. Yeah, conflict and hanging out with low vibrational people. Okay, Jack is giving me Knight energy. So Knight of Wands, people who are flighty, people who are look opportunists. Okay, don't be distracted by these opportunists. And then there's people trying to like compete with you. It's just a distraction. You just stay focused on you. It doesn't matter if somebody's competing with you. You just focus on yourself. So 10 of Hearts. Hey, never mind. I'm not even going to let you distract me, okay? Yeah, 10 of Hearts. Yeah, and that's what's going to bring you your happiness, okay? It's by letting go and not engaging in conflicts with others who want to stand in your way of what you feel like you need to do for yourself. You're going to ultimately get that 10 of Cups energy, okay? And that 10 of Cups energy is like having your cups running over. And when you're in that vibration, you attract more of that. Okay? Five of Swords. It's still conflict, but with all these fives that are coming out here, because we got 3 5s on the board, I feel like it's changed. Things are changing. Okay? And something else I was thinking to myself is like, you better be careful with me because I'll change my mindset midday. Okay? I'll have an epiphany midday and I'll change my whole life. It happens to me all the time. Like, all the time, I'm like, I'll be out and I'll be like, man, I gotta level up. I gotta do this for me. I gotta do that for me. Like, I'll switch shit up midday, okay? I'll start the diet midday. I'll start detoxing, immediately, okay? Instead of being like, oh, next week. I know y'all know that soundbite about starting the diet next week. No, I'll start my shit today because I already know that I'm a trip, stumble, and fall. So I'll be trying to get past that part. Like, let me fail 3 times and then I can finally get on the wagon. Queen of Swords. Yeah, so make sure that you are the leader of your own discernment. Be your own leader of discernment, okay? Also, you can consult with your spirit guides, okay? Your higher power, so that you can feel and stay in alignment with where you're headed and where you want to be headed, okay? And so honestly, I feel like it cuts out the fearfulness of, you know, going at things alone, having to leave some money behind, leaving some people behind, or standing up for yourself. I really like reading these playing cards. Ace of Swords, yeah, so big decision, like stand on business on your choices. Stand on business in your choices. I also feel like, you know, that's divine support for your choices and your new mindset. 9 of Cups. So yeah, your wish fulfillment, okay? You have divine support to go towards your wish fulfillment. All blockages have been removed. And the only thing that can stop you is you. So 10 of Swords energy. So just be aware that the only thing that can stop you is you. You could 10 of Swords your own ass. There's been many a king who fell on their own damn sword. Okay, so be aware of your ego. Be aware of the way you talk to people. Be aware of how you talk to yourself. Okay. Make sure you're keeping that mindset right. Conquering bad habits. Okay. But I feel like the main thing that needs to be conquered, since we're looking at the 10 of Swords energy in regards to self, okay, your mindset and what you're saying about yourself, say what you're saying about your circumstances. Like, some people will be hung up on, you know, saying, oh, this will never work out for me, or this is so hard. You know, you might not even think that you're fucking yourself up. You might think that you're like being realistic or something like that. Yeah, throw that shit out. You're manifesting. You don't want to be realistic. When something's already manifested, it's already in the past. When something is in your hand, yeah, that's the past now. You're like that's already, by the time it gets in your hand, something else is being manifested. You know what I'm saying? So fuck being realistic, okay? You need to be future forward in your thought process so that you can freaking start experiencing what you want to experience. And I know that the realists are going to be like, cut that shit out. Nobody's trying to hear that. I said what I said. Okay? Rewind if you need a refresher on what I just said. You need to freaking let go of what's actually happening in front of your face and embrace the possibility of what you actually desire to happen so that you can call that in, or else you're just going to be mad. You're just going to be mad. Okay, I think we're going to move on from this deck. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, so continue to plant those seeds, okay? Water your garden. And, you know, I had let my plants kind of go unwatered. They require a lot of water because they're in a pot. And it's really hot. And so I kind of had like let a few days go and my plants got all shriveled up. And I kind of like have done that a few times where I'm like not watering them so my damn plant is looking thirsty as fuck. And I was thinking to myself, because they're nice and big, but will I get a harvest? It all depends. Like, don't just plant the seed and not water it. Okay, so I'm good for that. I'm good for starting some shit and not finishing it. Like, don't be like me. Don't take on that energy. You want to make sure that you're nurturing your seeds, okay? Yeah. I'm going to go for this just because that was my automatic. Let me just run through a couple of cards. I want to get in the tub before I go to bed. 3 of Swords coming through, okay? So, and 3 of Pentacles, and 2 of Wands. So, yeah, you got to be aware of the company you keep. Be aware of the company you keep, okay? And focus on what's really important to you. Okay, having a whole bunch of people around, it only leads to this 3 of Swords energy of disappointment. And honestly, they can destroy you, okay? You can do bad by yourself, okay? Especially so if you're in a period of growing, the people that you're around are in a period of growing. If you're been a low vibrational, your friends and family and your lovers are also low vibrational. So separating yourself, okay? And, you know, do not fear that and get on your path. Okay, with the divine. I feel like 2 of Wands energy is you and the divine. All praises to the Most High Power. We are grateful. Justice, okay? So yeah, what you know, you're going to get out what you put out. And I really feel like this is angels. Look, this is like one of those, how they say they got the eyes and the wings. You're going to get what you put in on a karmic energy. So make sure that you're putting some good stuff out and make sure that you're going hard. Don't just do a little bit. Do as much as you possibly can, okay? Do as much as you possibly can in regards to these seeds and this watering. Till that land as good as you possibly can. And so that when it comes time for harvest, it is a plentiful harvest. You know you've put in the time, energy, and effort. So you don't have to worry about, you know your time is coming, okay? So Apprentice of Swords here. So yeah, even if you feel small, even if you're a new beginning, like it matters. So Spirit might have you hidden to where you're not getting as much attention as you like, or you might really just be novice or new to the industry. And so everything feels like such a big task. It's just overwhelming, but do it anyways, okay? We're so past the coddling. So, like, either you want it or you don't, okay? And that's saying for me, too. Either you want it, you want to leave a legacy, you want to grow a community, you want to live in a big house and have a nice car. Either you want to those things, okay? Or you don't, okay? But all this, well, I do, but I have to work so much, or I have kids, or nobody's helping me. Man, fuck all that shit, nigga. I hate people like that, okay? I don't hate a whole lot, but people who complain and make excuses when we could use the power of our mind to create a solution. I cannot stand being around people like that, and I find that people be committed to that mindset. So don't let that be the blockage, because the only thing that can stop you is you. So if you want to be like, oh, but my pinky toe always hurts every day, my pinky toe hurts, and it's like, okay, like like everybody has something going on with them, everybody has whatever to make it hard. Are you gonna win the race? Oh, your pinky toe hurts, so you don't want to be in the relay? Well, you're going to be replaced in the relay, and you're not going to work. You don't even get to run the 100, okay? Because you didn't show up because your pinky toe hurts. So there's no championship for you because you didn't fucking show up, okay? So if you want a fucking championship, you're going to have to show up, put that work in, and be the best that you can possibly be, you know? And the Most High, he doesn't always reward us the same way. You know, not everybody can be number one at the same time, but like show up to be number 3. You know, number 3 still gets a prize. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, if you show up and you become number 5, 8, and with this Champion of Cups, I don't know why that was giving me 5 energy, but the word champion was giving me 5. Maybe it's because it's like change. 6 of Wands, Champion of Cups. Whoa. You'll be fulfilled. Emotionally fulfilled. It'll be a personal victory. Okay? Not everybody's always clapping it up. No, they don't clap it up for number 4. Okay? They don't even usually announce number 4 in the race. Okay? But number 4 is like, bro, I was 10 last time and now I'm 4, bro. I'm coming back next year. Okay? It's a personal win and it's fulfilling because you actually tried. You know, like I could complain about what hasn't happened for me, blah, blah, blah. I've been doing this and that for so many years. But truthfully is that I have never been as consistency as I desired to be. You know, I have never put in that work. You know, I stay putting in level 5. Okay, so so I have to admit that. So when I get level 5 back, when I get 5th place back, okay, then I just have to fucking accept that and do better. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment on my hair. I've been loving it too. The Emperor, yeah. big boss energy. Okay, so I was thinking about starting, I don't know, a movement or something. I was gonna call it bossed out bliss, bossed up blissed out, because I did a reading and I had got bossed up blissed out and in your bag. So that's where I got that from. But yeah, so the boss up blissed out challenge, okay, something like that, to help us move forward in our endeavors, right? To get that boss up, even if you, like, some people can level up three levels at a time. Some people only going up half a level. Some people got to repeat the fucking cycle until they learn the lesson. But anyways, this is that boss up energy. You know, even if you don't win number one, you can still be in a bossed up energy, because you know, everybody's circumstances are different. Yeah, the Magician. I heard, I got the power. Okay, so you got the power. Everything you need is inside of you, okay? And you need to put that mindset together, okay? That wisdom, that experience, that passion, and filter it all through the heart chakra, so you can create something that's gonna, I don't know, because it's a raccoon, I'm giving like survival. So like create what you need for yourself. So I feel like that's like creating financial stability for yourself. Emotional stability, spiritual stability. Okay. I don't know why the raccoon is giving me like bandit or like in need of money or digging through trash or something like that. So, but you can create your way out of that. Okay. I don't know what the spiritual meaning of raccoons are. I might look that up later. Champion of Wands. Okay. So more of this champion energy, man. Like you're gonna win. I made a post the other day and it says, the win is coming. Don't let the win worry you, right? And today somebody said, that's not true. Not everybody wins. And my immediate response, well, like, if you don't believe it's true, then it's not. I said, this message is for those who are in alignment with wins, okay? And that's just what it is. Like, if that's your mindset is, not everybody's winning. There ain't no win coming for me. Let me tell you that there ain't no win coming for you, okay? I promise you. And please stay very far away from me, because I'm getting nothing but wins. So I don't need anybody, any Debbie Downers anywhere in my energetic field, because you're fucking up the energy, because I need wins. I got children to take care of, so I need a win, okay? Hey, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. Yeah, stay away from people who are Debbie Downers. That's why this partnerships, you know, could be people you've known for years on years, you know, people that you love, but they're not in an elevated mindset, and it will be a blockage to you. But it's saying all blockages removed, so they have no power over you. Now you have to choose what you need to choose for yourself. Are you going to stay complacent and hang out with Billy Bob, King of the Hill style, you know, when you ain't got time to be sitting there drinking beers after work because you just got done going to work because you need to survive. Now you need to get to creating. You don't have time to be sitting there talking to Billy Bob, King of the Hill style. Okay? Six of Swords. Yeah, you need to move forward, and you need to be planning, and you need to be working. Okay? Spirit got you right where he wants you. I don't know. Something about this bird's feet being in the lava, like, almost like being cornered or you're under pressure. Six of Swords is usually like moving forward, moving on. But I feel like this is like elaborating like pressure to move on. I almost want to, let's read it from the book. I'm just curious. Change is the name of the game right now, and with change comes boundary work. The past may have been turbulent, but the road ahead looks clear. You're moving on. Some days may be confusing, and you might wonder if you've made the right decisions. Remind yourself that living shouldn't be so very hard when it doesn't have to be. in the reverse, it would say you're avoiding a difficult choice. Sometimes it's helpful to ask why you're struggling to move on from a situation that's not in your favor. Other times it's helpful to make the leap and assess later from the safety of someplace new. Consider which path may be best for you. The one you're on isn't doing you any good, okay? So, yeah, something about staying complacent. Yeah, you're going to have to make a choice to either repeat a cycle. Who wants to do that? Don't do that. Okay, unless you just haven't learned the lesson, then you're going to have to. Or you can move forward. Okay, take that leap of faith. Rhodonite is the crystal. It symbolizes hope, movement, and revitalization. It holds the energy of hope, movement, and revitalization. I definitely feel that energy of being revived. Mood music is Be Sweet by Japanese Breakfast. And then the scent is crisp pineapple slices and crushed mint. That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. Okay, but it's giving me that fresh, crispy solar plexus energy with the pineapple. Okay. Okay, let's change decks. We're going to get a little bit of astro. Ah! I don't know. The fact that I just dropped the entire deck. And I was thinking about doing another one. What you think? Like, should I just go into the shadow work deck? Because that's kind of what was coming up. Yes, Bella, I'm glad it resonates with you. Okay, we're going to just go straight to the shadow work deck. So we can see what's being blocked here. Or what needs to be transmuted. Excuse me. What energy needs to be transmuted. And this deck has been officially blessed because my puppy got a hold of it and she done chewed up the edges. Okay. So it's been officially blessed. One piece wants to stick up. Okay. Page of Cups. Okay, so I feel like things that could be blockages are, you know, kind of like what we already talked about, but just with using this deck is things that you love or think that you loved. I'm also seeing it like things that are familiar. You know, things that make you feel good can make you be complacent. So, comfort zone. Okay, with the Five of Swords energy, your comfort zone. And then there's people like not in your best interest, because the Five of Swords, there's an angel here, which makes me feel like you're having to, like your guidance is having to help you get out of certain situations, because with the Five of Swords energy, it's almost like people are competing with you, or they just don't have your best interest because they want to dominate you. Okay? And I feel like your guidance sees that and is steering you away. So yeah, you need to have the strength to let go of people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. Okay? It is going to take strength because there's love here. The High Priestess, yeah, but it's like you know better. You know that these connections are not going anywhere, or living in this place, or doing the same thing. This bad habit, it's not, you already know what's up. You have the wisdom and the foresight and the intuition to know that, like, if you don't do something, something bad is going to happen. Okay? So I feel like, I don't know, it's like this energy of like switching up on somebody in the middle of the night. And I'm hearing like, you know, you just gotta go beast mode. You don't have to go beast mode. And people maybe like, with the moon energy, it's like a secret. Like people didn't know that you felt this way. People didn't know that you were unhappy. People didn't know that you feel like everyone's dumb around you, you know? So it's like you're having to like go beast mode on folks. Like, or it might look like beast mode, the way you're finna go after your desires. People might feel like you're a monster. And you don't want to be around the family anymore. You're a monster. You have a different opinion. You're a monster. oh, you don't want to, you want to move out of the state, you're a monster. Like, people might treat you like you done really did something wrong because you ain't doing what they say. And you done change because, but it's not about, like, we're not supposed to stay the same forever. They're mad because they don't know how to change. Yeah, you're just like, sayonara, sucker. Like, I feel like this is like a novice magician energy, okay? You know, you're just starting off, you know? So don't be afraid of this, because we're looking at it like shadow work energy. So you're going to have to transmute that energy of feeling like you're not good enough. So make sure, so don't, like, go hard and be confident in whatever it is that you have, right? Because I don't know why I was getting like, this is not like the king or the queen's royal garb. This is like thrift store wear, okay? And so go hard in your thrift store wear, okay? And also don't feel like just because you're in thrift store gear doesn't mean that you're not gonna reign supreme. Like, whatever spirit has told you, shown you, whatever you feel in your heart is that you're headed to, just because you're in your thrift store wear, okay, does not make you less than Gucci, Louis, Louis, and the tribe, okay? Six of Pentacles. Look, puppy bit this. Six of Pentacles. Oh yeah, this is like sharing. So yeah, you have to be protective of your energy and only give to those who, you know, you see your future with, or, you know, obviously, like, you got to take care of your responsibilities if you're committed to doing certain things. But just knowing how you're going to divvy up your energy. I also feel like this is like saving money too. Okay. So be more intentional about your money. It's not about like, don't buy this, you can't afford it. No, be more intentional. Like, something I'm about to start doing is like writing down the things that I had wanted to buy. You know, like, oh, I need to buy dog food, and I want to buy a new mirror. I want to buy a bath rug, you know, and I intend to start buying 2 laundry soaps at a time. Okay. And write that down. So first of all, you're manifesting it. You're calling it in that you get all these things. So especially if you're financially strained, you can like start guarantee that you have your basic needs met, right? All the way down to like the toilet paper, and making sure that you never run out of toilet paper. That might be a manifestation for you, that you can buy the big thing so that you don't have to go out and people sitting on the toilet while you go find napkins because you're only buying a little small pack. And so you start writing that stuff down. And that way, you know, when I'm out and about and I decide like, oh, I got $40 to spend out of nowhere, right? I can at least buy things that I already said I wanted, instead of me buying frivolously and it wasn't even the thing that I needed. So just being more intentional about your spending. It's not so much you can't spend. It's just like, don't just buy whatever in the moment. Make sure that you're continuously investing in yourself, okay? You know, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Okay. We're going to end with these. Clear shadow work. So mastering yourself, working on them shadows. Don't be afraid to make the changes that need to be made. I'm telling you, you're the only one. There's no blockages. There's no people, no spell work. You're vibrating too high for their spell work. You're too far removed for the bullshit. The only thing that can stop you now is you. And that is the scariest thing, because there's nobody else to blame if you don't get to where you're going. So make sure that you are doing the healing work, loving yourself, okay? Practicing self-love. I really feel like that's what it is. Because once you get that self-love thing down, Loving other people is easy. Okay, so balance, justice, and judgment, just like we had seen, is that, you know, karma will be served. And it could be good karma. It could be that dharma, which is amazing, you know, but you're going to get out what you put in. So be aware of that. Make sure you put out some good stuff. Yeah, and manifesting through that heart chakra. And I'm like, fire and desire. Okay. And I just feel like that's like the things that you love to do. What makes you passionate and excited? That's what you need to be focused on. Okay. So I'm going to go. I hope you guys got a message out of this. Please like and share and comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Okay. If you like it here, peace and love.